What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to episode 33. Kind of crazy, already on episode 33. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Hello, players. How's it going?
Ready to rumble.
Let's get ready to die. So I had kind of said before to the audience I thought this might be the last session. I'm now leaning more on it being next week. I'm sorry for flip-flopping, but I'm kind of reflecting on, okay, what is there to do and what would be satisfying and what can we do with those two things in order to, you know, reach a climax. And right now I think we're mid-hump and we've got over the foreplay, but we need a bit more sweat first before we can actually crescendo. So putting that analogy to one side, the group were last in a woods conversing with the elves with a very large stone atop a cart. In the distance, Reinhard had heard a oof. It sounded remarkably like an elf falling over, and turning his head to one side, saw who he really hopes is Radrian knifing an elf in the back. Meanwhile, in the distance, perhaps some 50 yards away, there is a bumbling old man currently moving through the woods. His name is Godbert. Godbert, you are currently making ground.
Woods, don't see a thing. Fucking elves in their obscure locations. Fuck them all in the ear. Can feel the stones are near. What was that? Is it them?
Gonna roll a secret roll for you.
I have special talents.
I've just rolled your special talent.
I mean,
What's your other special talent?
that if somebody's not actively looking for me, they can't see
Okay,
me.
sure. Well, I rolled Sixth Sense for you as well, just to get a little bit of a reading on what's going on. And with a little twitch of your nose, much akin to a rabbit, dead ahead, you sense trouble. Not too far away, perhaps just past those bushes. You did roll a natural 5. Do you want to roll me a perception test? Apologies.
Yep. Perception.
Let's make it average. There's a conversation happening. This is to see if you can detect it before you are detectable.
Am I going to hurt something I'm going to be detecting? No, I guess not. I'm just self-preservation.
Yeah. I'm not sure what... Yeah.
Did you say average?
Average.
Nope.
You do not hear. You know there's stuff dead ahead, but you can't hear anything.
Damn elves. There's something here. I know they're here. Fucking pointy ears. Son of the bitches. Is that Reinhardt? Best way to hear.
So you are going to... Oh, that's a failed roll.
He's going to, as soon as he can make out anyone, he's going to stay behind a bit to see what's going on.
And hug the tree.
Yeah.
Hug the tree. Okay. Back to the conversation. Reinhard, you have just heard and seen what you hope is an ally take out one of what could be your foes momentarily. What are you up to?
So without speaking and doing something very similar to what I have been doing this entire time. So Reinhard is not comfortable in this situation. He feels more like a guard to Sighard at this point. So what he's been doing is he's been looking at the archers, the elven archers, and sort of glancing at them, not looking at eye to eye, but certainly glancing at where they are, clocking what sort of weapon they have. But never once he would look at Morathoth or Morathith. He's basically too scared of these two to actually like look at them, see what they've got. Obviously the tree, he's been recognizing the tree and sort of glancing at that quite a lot. When he heard something to his left, he glanced over very, very slowly, like he has been doing, so it's not out of sorts. Sees a dark figure on his left and rotates right back around to the right-hand side and looks at the one that I'm targeting now. So the elf on the far right, and just seeing if there's any others about. So now he's basically counting numbers of...
I will allow you a challenging perception, please, versus their stealth.
Perception.
I'm going to keep this roll hidden too.
Go Reinhard, half elf.
Go half elf Reinhard, indeed.
That's what I need.
I believe.
Not real half elf.
Alright. That's for Radrian in a second. A damn nice roll.
Well, that's confirmed who I thought it was.
That wasn't the stealth roll, though.
No.
It was supposed to be 1d100. That was the roll of 10. You do not see any additionals.
No.
However...
it is quite misty and dark.
It's very dark.
You do, after surveying your surroundings for a few moments while Sighard and Yodicus are conversing, Reinhard, hear another thud, although it's neither of the two that you are looking at.
Yeah.
Very soft, very faint.
As suspected, there's another one that I cannot see. I mean, he's thinking back to the wolf's eyes, you know, looking really hard into the dark and seeing nothing. And Radrian just telling me, yeah, there's two out there. I was like, there could be 0 or 200.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking my eyes are failing me, but my ears are not. I will focus more on listening than looking at this stage.
Okay. And we go to Sighard and Yodicus. We're currently in conversation. I believe the debate was something along the lines of releasing your prisoner.
Yeah, but I also remembered what Radrian had said to me before we left when I said what you want me to, and kind of like how Morathoth, was talking to me, but.
Yeah,
were talking to me, but addressing her. So I kind of do the same thing with Morathoth and repeat basically what Radrian said. I think it was like, well, it's been a week. It was something about have faith in.
It's to do with the gods.
Yeah, it was to do with like.
Have faith in the old gods?
Yeah, something like that. Have faith in the old gods and so anyway, I repeat what he says. Garrett can't remember it. Sighard would.
Okay.
And then but I'm basically addressing Morathoth, but I'm talking to Morathoth, the one that doesn't want to kill me.
Yep.
And then I'm like, ma'am, you might think we're all beneath you, mayflies, but I do have to say that I can smell the chaos whiffing off of you. Is it really worth selling your soul to these new dark powers that you're whispering to?
Marathith in front of you is paused very, very still. The word chaos seemed to have struck her like a bolt, and I'll roll a d100 for you.
Just to kind of make that point, I kind of make that sniffing sound too when I'm doing it.
Okay. She cocks her head slightly to one side, raises a hand up in the air.
Here comes the hail of arrows.
Well, she twitches a finger ever so slightly.
Man, the second she raises her hand, I think I'm lifting my shield up.
Well, you've rolled a 91 on your, let's say, am I in imminent danger roll, and
Dear.
I mean, you guessed correct. You're getting shot. More information to come soon. That will be a... I'm going to go hit location because that will be in your knee. Oh, shit, mate. So that's in your knee. You can make an opposed roll.
I think +2 SL, he got a chance.
Yeah. You have a chance at rolling your shield and catching this, because if you don't get more than 2 SL, you're basically going to lose a leg. And Sighard, Floppy Pants will... I mean, you do have amazing pants, but...
I do have amazing pants.
But
Yeah.
they're going to be amazing with a hole in them in a second. So
Yeah,
my
good
suggestion
thing
would be to roll your shield.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Twang! The arrow ricochets off of your shield. She doesn't move afterwards, but smiles slightly.
I'll smile back.
Amusing.
For a human, I'm sure.
Remember your place. We will be here after you are dead, and after your ancestors are dead.
I smile at her, bring the hammer back on my shotgun, and say, well, I suppose all of that is a matter of perspective.
Do you want to roll with that, or do you want to just...
That's my failed ghoul check. That's my...
Okay. Did you tell them that there was a stone here?
Yeah, he mentioned it at the very
Yes,
beginning.
we
of the
had got
conversation.
that far.
Yes.
He
Because
did
we
mention.
because
told
we
us why we were
offered
here.
this. Yeah, because we offered the stone,
Okay.
and they said we can either pray or we can have our prisoner back. So that was where the ultimatum came in.
Roger, roger. So, Morithis requests that you take her and show her to the stone. Meanwhile,
Well, that's one less, whatever that was.
most probable, definitely.
Definitely.
Reinhard, somewhere in the woods, another... Let's see if the elves hear anything. Nope.
I am super distracting.
Morithith is just like... let's roll for Morithot as well. I've called her Morithot just to make it easier.
Thought, of course.
Well, because he's more of a thought.
Mm.
It's because she's the one
it.
you should simp to, because she's cool. So, she is the
More
thought.
a thought.
Yep.
Absolutely.
She's more a thought. Obviously.
It took you a while.
Those amber
I
eyes.
know, right?
Yeah, it's those amber eyes. Okay. Yeah, so Morithith asks to inspect the cart, which coincidentally, Godbert, is about 6 yards from you.
I'm sorry, Sith or Thoth? Sith or Thought? Which one wanted to see it?
Morithith, the bad one, dark eyes.
The black-eyed elf.
The black-eyed elf. The
I'll look
devil.
over to Seacard at this point.
I'm giving her the flaming one is the bad one. Oh, I know what.
Yeah.
We'll go with toxic. I can't.
Okay.
I can't Britney Spears her because it will give her a penalty. So.
Yeah.
Where's her corner?
Well, I've given her enough conditions. You know who it is now.
Yeah. Fine.
Yeah.
Thoughts
one
are
in
good.
front.
Just remember, thoughts are good.
Also,
Yeah.
Sith is bad.
The name is below it.
Yeah, that helps.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll look at Seacard as if to say, do you want me to take her? Right. Just a signal, no words.
No, I'll do it. I got us here.
Okay.
I continue listening intently.
And say the cart is, for argument's sake, roughly here. An elf waddles round the side. Martha is encouraged to go with. And hanging in the back, pointing a bow and arrow at you, Reinhard, is a filthy blonde-haired elf. Looks like a nice bow, though.
Who may or may not be on our side. So,
Yeah.
Where's his eyes, Reinhard?
Roll
Can't see.
me a challenging perception test, Reinhard. And
Okay.
Godbert, you can see in front of you, next to the cart, a tree approaches with Reinhard and another elf,
What the fuck
And-
is that?
Sighard.
And meanwhile, Reinhard.
Meanwhile, Reinhard, you've eyed both of the elves up and down to your left and to your right. Both of them seem to have black eyes.
oh, okay. Do I see any more for that? Roll.
You hear a rustle.
Can I? Yeah, I can. Okay. I'll just continue to listen then. Did the tree walk past me?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna be looking at this quite fearful because it's about treekin size, right?
Yes, it's the size of a troll.
So we're talking like 10 to 14 foot.
I'd say 8 to 9
yeah.
foot.
Oh, okay, 8 to 9. I'm still looking at this tree walking towards me, like big eyes. Just like, oh, okay, that's...
Doesn't seem aggressive as it walks past you.
I'm considering, like, how would I like, arrows won't do anything to this thing. If I have to fight this thing, how do I kill it, is what I'm thinking.
You hit it.
Fire.
That's
Okay.
a lot of dice rolling coming out of you, mister.
Yes. Godbert, as this approaches the cart, what are you doing?
Apparently nothing.
Gotcha.
You're trying to cast Animal Friend on the tree.
Well, not on the tree, but trying to
Okay.
do something, but it failed, so I won't say what I was doing.
Okay, fair enough. Reinhard, what I will give you is that one of the elves to your side disappears from your sight.
Okay.
Just sort of steps back behind the shrubbery. You're not sure what to do.
I just stay where I am unless commanded differently by Sigurd. I'm standing fast and mostly listening.
Okay.
Just watch my back, homie. hold my beer.
Morithith is particularly pleased with the sight of this stone, Sigurd. You can tell from the grin on her face. We'll take it.
Not until I see my man.
You will take the man, and not the communion with the gods.
Well, unlike you, I can commune with my God everywhere I go.
Sure. It seems to be working well.
It got me here.
She turns around. Starting to lead the way the other way. And sort of performs a suivez-moi action.
I don't speak gibberish.
Follow her to go get your dude. And on that note,
Reinhard, Yoda kiss. If a single one of them touches it while I'm gone, just burn it all down. If I don't come back, burn it all down.
Gladly.
Simple nod.
okay. Bear with me a second. As you begin to turn and walk the other way, Sigurd, I mean, maybe something really great's happening to you. That's why I'm rolling dice, right? And this is for Goldberg.
It's never a good thing when you're rolling dice against me.
Yeah. What's your initiative? Okay, yeah, that is exactly your initiative. Sigurd, you get the impression something bad is about to happen. You're not exactly sure what, but I'll give you a heads up, and if you wish to just do a thing, let me know. To your right, Reinhard, an elf steps out, shouting towards the others. It is him, milady. The Iran is here.
Oh, as soon as I hear that, I'm stabbing Martha.
Okay, well, you can make me an initiative roll.
All right.
Step back into place. While as that happens,
I got my hackles up, and then I hear Radrian's name. I'm poking.
Okay.
Challenging.
Wait, I'll roll initiative in a second. You've avoided a surprise condition, though, so that will.
That would be. I don't know if my fast weapon does anything here on this.
Just give me just hold your horses.
No.
While I'm trying to get Radrian to frickin' attack.
I have horses.
Oh, I'm just gonna. Why can't he attack all of them? Radrian's broken. Okay, he's gonna just roll a dagger instead. Okay, that was a bow dagger. So.
A bow dagger.
His rolls are epic. Right
yeah,
now.
that's pretty.
Plus, he's got a whole bunch of it.
He just
inspired.
threw a dagger. It's possible.
He's inspired by me.
I am death.
So stepping on top of the rock towards you, Reinhard, is an elf that has just shouted out that the Aran is here to Marithith. By the time she opens her eyes slightly wider with a look of displeasure at the very least, a dagger has lodged itself in the torso of this elf. He is not dead, although he seems particularly hurt. He is very, very badly wounded by that. And, gentlemen, we're going to have some dramatic music for a second here. If only I had a... Oh, there we go. La drama. Some of you will have to avoid a surprise condition with a roll for me. Elves and trees included, so I will ask for all the rolls. All the rolls. Okay, that elf at the beginning, at the top of the initiative order, is already dead. Morathot is the quickest to react. Back. And Morathot... She's going to try and beat you to it, actually. She's going to stab Morathith.
We are.
Oh, wow.
Everybody stabs her.
Everyone's going for the Morathith.
It's like E2.
E2 Brute.
Actually, sorry, that is the initiative test for her. She passes. Morathith is going to do an initiative test just to see if she's surprised. She is surprised, which means Morathot is actually rolling on a 75, which makes that even more betterer. Morathoth is going to dodge in response. Okay. Lunging her blade into her companion's back, Morathot manages to pierce the flank of her darker-eyed companion, and she screams out in pain.
Never trust an amaranth.
And Morathith is... I mean, she did have a surprise condition. Bear with me a second while I check her talents.
Black-eyed bitch is at the top.
Normally, that would mean she would lose, just like skip this round, right?
Yes, though, due to...
she may have a skill, but she's...
yeah, due to being a talent, she should never have been surprised in the first place. So...
Nah.
She is going to... I think we're just going to have an elf fight here. So, sure. She is going to stab once. Did I roll the wrong one? Yeah, okay. And Morathot, in response, is going to defend.
Yeah.
I mean, fine. Fine.
You sexy amber-dyed.
2 advantage. And that is... yeah, that is going to be Morathoth's turn done. Now we're on to Reinhard. Can you make me an initiative roll, please? An initiative test, sorry, to avoid a surprise condition, as everything around you is happening incredibly quickly in a couple of split seconds.
I'm good.
You are able to act and avoid a surprise condition.
Good. I was ready.
Not surprising.
What are you doing?
No.
So just watching them all die.
I don't know who is friend or foe, apart from Morathith being foe.
Okay.
So, standing this close, I'm just going to fire my crossbow at her.
Sure.
There's also the elf with the knife.
Are
in
you
the guts,
trying
too.
not to hit the other one, or do you not really care that much because they're filthy elves? That's not a bait.
It's not a bait. I am not going to hit Morathot.
Okay. I'll give you a plus 20 then for Morathith.
Plus 20, okay.
Yeah. With no chance of hitting Morathoth.
Yeah.
Morathot, sorry. Or we could roll really well today.
Ooh, baby! Ooh, baby!
I knew something was coming. I was
Try to shoot
ready
me in the leg.
myself.
That'll do it. Right, so that is 16 damage. Pow. She is looking pretty rough, especially with a carved shin, which is... she's going to burn armor for that, definitely. She will still take the 4 wounds. Okay, she is looking pretty bad. Sigurd,
I was aiming to bring her down, obviously.
You are very close.
In the armor instead, yeah.
You are very close. Sigurd. You are not surprised.
I am not at all.
Step on Marathon. Okay. You can charge in. Make your swing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's all roll
1 point.
really well. She is going to... Yeah, she's just going to do standard hand weapon in response. Come on, baby, don't let me down. Just about wins. Why is Godbert not on the initiative order? Thank you, Godbert. Let's get Godbert in here, thank you. Oh, Godbert's up next. After a trapper, that's convenient. Thank you, Godbert. We'll come to your animal friend role in a second.
Is it too late to just add 1 SL?
No, you can add 1 SL now. After you've seen the result, you can do that. So, okay.
So I'll win.
Hey, dude.
Okay.
8 to the head.
And that is...
Oh.
That's actually her out of wounds. Okay. She's on 1 critical wound. Which gives her a prone condition and 1 bleeding condition. Okay.
Yes. So we took her down to her knees. That was the plan.
Straight away. Right, we've got
crap.
1 trapper to go before Bert. Seeing her master just get shot. Reinhardt.
One pops up behind you.
Yeah.
You're gonna take a bow here. Oh dear. Well, the good news, that might not be... No, that's one hit. Rochambeau.
Yes.
I would like to use something.
The only thing I could think of would be a fate to basically be, nah fam, that didn't happen. So it'd be a big deal moment, but it would also be I didn't get completely spanked by an elf arrow sort of moment.
I am burning a fate.
Okay.
Big moment, boys and girls. I am burning a fate.
As
That was totally worth it.
an elven arrow comes flying towards you, and 20 being a pretty nasty number, what do you think happens that intervenes with this arrow on its way to your left leg?
It's come from my left, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm going to use my crossbow, which I'm still holding, to basically collect the arrow. So there's going to be an arrow sticking out of my crossbow.
Okay, so is this like just by miraculous fluke that you just while reloading you just lower your crossbow down and just boing?
So. Yeah.
The arrow lands straight into it. It's a nice arrow. It's elven.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great visual.
And I'm just going to sort of like look up at him and go, maybe I shouldn't reload right now.
Godbert.
Yes.
How many friends do you have in the woods right now?
Apparently 4.
4. Okay. What do you have? Four beavers that are going to fell a tree?
Well, the thought that crossed my mind. But I was aiming for maybe woodpeckers or something.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Peck at the tree thing and at least cause a distraction and maybe annoy the fuck out of it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, why not? So we have animal friend, and let me just refresh myself as to that is just sort of you have animals helping you, right? And they're
like the snottling army.
Yeah. Now, does it require anything else, or is it just simply that they're now happy to be doing what you want? I just want to But I'm quite happy for them to just
You
go
make
and
friends
start
with a
pecking.
creature that's smaller than you. The animal trusts you completely and regards you as a friend.
Oh well, of course they'll do anything for their friends. They'll go peck the wood elf. So, okay.
I'm just saying, look at the tree there. It's
Okay.
a nice place to.
They're not traditional woodpeckers. But they are going to be pecking, and we'll add them to the initiative order. And they're not technically a swarm before you get excited. So we're not going to be doing 1 automatic damage per round, but they will. I will count them as distracting, for the purpose of a tree trying to concentrate. Okay, nicely done. Yodicus, can I have a roll to avoid a surprise condition this round, please? An initiative test. That's the word.
Oh, there it is. Got it. Yeah, no.
Nah, it's all right. I'd be surprised if I were you as well.
I'm trying to get the merits of making a fortune to. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I think I'm going to do it.
Yeah, it's
let me try that again.
basically a 40%.
Nope.
Oh,
Nope.
yeah, and it was worth a go. Right, Bleeding Elf is going to do a... No, Bleeding Elf is looking for the person that threw a dagger in them and is currently confused, and now it's down to 1 wound. Now we roll an initiative test for a tree. Yep, standard.
Tree doesn't give a darn.
Tree is going to try, despite the fact it's got little flappy birds getting in its way, so I'm going to give it a penalty to attack you, Sighard. Actually, I'll tell you what. Are you happy with a blinded condition for it, Godbert?
Sure, that'll work. Yeah, probably.
I think in terms of mechanics, it sort of makes sense. Sighard, you've just stabbed its master. It is going to attempt to grab you and... it's just going to smack you. It's just going to smack you with its right arm. Dear Branch. Go.
This is big enough I need to dodge it, right?
You'll
get a -20.
You'll get a -20 to stuff. Okay, so you've got a -1 to beat.
I'm gonna do the parry because even if I take a -20, that's still better than my dodge.
Okay. -1 to beat. This could be the first time Sighard takes a hit and doesn't go down in 1.
Don't count your chickens.
It is large, so it would only be like... You would only be half dead. Or you could die.
I'm re-rolling.
Or you could die.
re-rolling that bitch. I'm re-rolling that one.
I mean, even then, that's only 12. Why is it called Wood Elf?
Because he named it so.
Yeah.
The
Hey. But unfortunately,
I won. Holy crap!
What the hell? You won!
We
Congratulations!
won. Yep.
You just about managed to avoid this very large swinging beast. It is now going to use a free attack against Morothot, which is otherwise known as a tentacle, although in this case it is a vine that reaches out from its fingers and is going to try and entangle Morothot with a bit of a who and a bit of a heart. Nowhere near. We'll just have Morothot do a casual dodge. Yep. Okay. Oh, okay. Despite the dodge being potato, Morothot is still a thought and capable of dodging any cancellations, and she's fine. Something to do perhaps with small woodpeckers pecking at this creature while it's trying to wrap its vines around her. Right, last but not least. Oh, come back here on the initiative order. You C-word. Hopefully the final elf that will be taking part in this fight. One other initiative roll. Please fail. Good. Yodicus. Rushing out of the trees is an elf that looks surprised. It's trying to assess what's going on between Morathith and Morathot, and is aiming a bow roughly in your direction, but is still weighing up its options. Now, we come to Morathot. Morathith first, on a roll of a 10, just simply bleeds out. That's the wrong dice.
But the 10s was a 0.
Okay, Morathith doesn't bleed out, and Morathot... Okay, is she going to coup de grace her? That's the question. I'm going to put this down to a cool test, because maybe she doesn't want to kill her friend and sister. Ooh.
Demon worshiper.
Oh, no. Oh, that's evil. Okay, that's evil.
Demon worshiper.
Okay. Okay. Morathot looks like she is about to strike down Morathith, placing the tip of her blade right to her throat. She pulls back to lunge and stops just a centimetre before, and orders her sister to surrender and renounce her ways. But effectively, she is at knife point right now. The two elves engaged in stuff. Can I save? Can I save? Okay, we'll just make it visible. Kia!
Whoosh.
Like a bat out of hell, hopefully coming to save Yodicus, is a bro.
Don't say that. There's too many vampires running
I
around.
made him a bit good, didn't I? Dagger.
Random chance made him a bit good.
Yeah, well, he did roll noble, among other things. Oh, fuck me. I mean, it's only 13 damage, but still. Cool. Okay. Stabs him in the goddamn eye.
Oh,
but only a little bit. They're still alive. They're still standing. Morathith is now up, and... come up with something. So Morathith is on the floor. Gonna use a resolve just so she doesn't. Yeah, I gave her a resolve. Big whoop. Want to fight about it? We are going to do something rather thematic here. We're going to go with a charm test for Morathith. Come on, charm.
Oh
no. And Morathot is going to do a perception roll. Ah! Oh no! Oh no!
Use that. Use
the rerolls. Use all the rerolls.
More gullible thought.
Yeah, so Morathith basically does the cliched moment of, "Sister, I'm so sorry. Embrace me." And we all know what's coming next. Yeah, okay, she belches on her. Thank you for ruining the moment. I think it's just going to be a standard stab. A standard stabbing attack. She is going to be... Oh, my word. Okay. Fortunately, Morithith is weak. And...
104 without any... Oh, my God.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like a surprise attack, but apparently a really crap one. Oh, my God. Both of them suck. Okay.
It's a bitch fight, the bitch slapping fight.
But yeah, but basically jabs one of her daggers into her sister, but it doesn't seem to do a lot of damage. It's probably like stuck in the boob or something. So Reinhard, you're up. In front of you, two elves are now trying to stab each other with knives.
Yeah. Who shot at me? Was it this
one
guy here?
The guy you are targeting.
Yeah, good. Okay. I'm gonna drop my crossbow that has a lovely looking arrow in it on the floor where I stand. I'm gonna pull out my pistol and I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay, give me a plus 20 shot and don't misfire. Is this one of Gott's pistols?
No.
That's a
Hell no.
That's a shame. That's a shame. Gott's pony could come and save you at any day right now.
Yeah. The nightmare comes in with black flaming hooves.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Okay, well that is a pass. That is a success. There's a notable amount of damage as well, and that might be him down to 2 wounds. Oh wow! You did. Side note: you did the same amount of damage as Radrian. So
hang on. Can I add a? Can I use a fortune point to add an SL?
Yes, but it will still have 1 wound left, so it wouldn't. It wouldn't.
Okay, all right, fine.
I'd say it wouldn't really be worth it. It's got 2 hit points, so.
I was hoping to take him out, but no, that's fine.
You could go for a reroll, and if you beat 58, you probably would kill him.
Oh.
It's possible you wouldn't, because the second digit actually was an 8.
No.
So yeah.
No, okay.
It's not as probable as you think.
I'm leaving it there.
Yeah.
I'm happy with
that. Is a damn good shot, though. You will get yourself a tasty little bit of a couple of advantage there. Actually, you did. I will give you a fortune for using your fate point to successfully oppose the range test.
Yeah.
So I will allow you the fortune point for the +1 because you would have had +10 to that. So.
Okay.
Basically, fortune point and it's dead. Your choice.
Fortune point and it's dead. Done.
Yeah. Hydra hand wave confirmed. Too nice to his players. That's fine. You haven't seen the last session.
He shot at me, so I pulled out the pistol.
Sick
shot
card.
him back.
Yeah. The elf's shoulder is blown clean off by the lead bullet travelling straight through the bone, you would imagine. At least by the sight of the shoulder just being eviscerated from the torso. Sigurd, are you alive?
Treacherous chaos worshipper.
Are you trying to stab Morithith?
Oh yeah.
Okay. That's a reasonable roll. Okay. She is going to do...
Isn't she prone?
She was and lunged at Morithot, so now they're kind of...
Hugging. Aggressively.
Yeah, hugging aggressively, pulling each other's hair. Knives and daggers are flying everywhere. She is going to attempt to, instead of opposing this, I know, make the roll hard. She's going to try and throw her sister in the way of the attack instead.
Beautiful move.
But I will make it hard. Okay. Congratulations. I'm just trying to think. Is that remotely balanced? Sure, they're elves. They can do bollocks. Congratulations, Sigurd. You gain an advantage. But you have stabbed Marathot in the head.
My +3 doesn't beat her +2 to try to throw her in front of me.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're right. No, apologies. I missed that.
I go underneath her armpit and stab the bad one.
Okay, so she swings. Yeah, no, thank you for. I didn't see the +3. I thought it was less than that for some reason. I forgot it was an opposed test. So, she swings her sister around to try and block the blade. Nevertheless, damage is done, and she is
Twice in the head.
again going to fall to the ground. Doink. 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 We don't cancel shit.
Yeah, right in the eye.
Oh dear. Okay,
Right
one
in the
bleed,
eye.
one blind. Okay, yeah. One prone. There we go.
Taking my blood conditions away.
Bat Swarm is going to attack the tree thing. I guess I'll just do a roll for it, but it's basically just to see how annoying it is. Squeak, squeak, squeak. Okay. Not quite as good as the tree thing, but I'll keep the blinded condition on because it was a +6 roll, so you deserve some good woodpeckers there. Godbert,
Yes.
your woodpecker army is doing its job. What are you doing?
Good. I am contemplating.
There's one more pecker still to join this fight.
Yep. Let's see what will happen if I do this. Are there any things that make magic easier over here, like stones?
Stood right next to one.
Stood right next to one.
Yeah. I'll give you a +10.
Okay. So this will be
I'll give you a +20. Hell,
okay.
+20 and a corrupting influence.
So then it's average and malignant influence.
Yeah,
Okay.
standard.
Then I will do this. Hopefully it works. Yes.
Oh, that'll do it.
Nice.
Okay. Oh, bolt. Okay. Who are you bolting?
The big tree.
Big tree. Yeah, I mean, sure.
And apparently I have an overcast, so I can pick an extra target. It has a range of 42 yards.
I'll say that's enough to take out something else. Sure.
I will do this one first. And
How do I apply Law of Light? Ah, you have to target it, don't you? Do you?
yeah. 3 targets even. Wow, okay. Applied sent to GM, it says here. I don't know.
Pass. It ignores armor, does it? Or does it just ignore toughness?
You channel blah de blah, you inflict from blinded condition, blah blah blah.
I don't think all magic attacks ignore armor, do they? I think it's only some laws.
No, it's only the undead thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it does damage of +4, which how many? 16 damage it's supposed to do.
Okay. I have applied that to the tree thing as a bolt of light ejects itself from your staff, hurtling towards this tree thing, question mark. A couple of its branches are singed by the light. Where are the other two going? Other two elves?
Yeah, I'm. I think I've done it correct.
Yes. And I assume the bolt can hit 3 targets, right?
Apparently.
Yeah. Well, that will be all the elves dead. Yodicus, bolts of flashing light have just flown through the sky toward the elf that was aiming a bow at you. Something saved you. It was bright and white and flashy. To your left is a big tree. 2 elves are fighting each other, although one has just been stabbed in the eye and is screaming.
I walk up to Morthith, lower my shotgun at her head, and empty it.
Jesus.
Okay. We,
Do I need to roll for this? It's a coup de grace attack, but do you want me to roll for it? I mean,
only to see if
I'm
it...
gonna casually walk up to her.
I only want to see if it misfires.
That's it. Who's immortal now?
Canoe head.
Who's immortal now?
Okay.
Oh, I didn't target it, but it's still would have made it because I'm at point blank.
It's an automatic.
Removal of the head, probably.
The only question.
I just put it against her head and pulled the trigger.
Ah, no.
She's proned out. I mean, that's the biggest thing for me.
No, no, it's not that.
Targeted.
No, it's not that. Just wondering what her sister's gonna do.
She's already turned on her sister and stabbed her.
Oh yeah, but it's
Don't
an
get me
elf.
wrong, I get it, but still.
They're elves.
I'm going to put this down to a willpower check, and unless it's some extremely unusual roll, yeah, she steadies herself. She steadies herself.
on her wounded leg.
Oh, poor thought.
Morthith is definitely no more. You can be removed from the initiative order. And now we go to the wood elf tree thing that is blinded twice. Firstly, it's going to flail at the woodpeckers. I feel like this earns it some sin points, but we'll give it a go anyway.
Turn the treant, see some sin points. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
It's just going to try and fling them out the way and be like, "Go away, you silly things!" Oh
dang.
no, it's gonna clap a couple of them, isn't it? Let's have a
Why
dodge
does it
roll.
say this? Whatever.
Oh dang!
Where does it say what?
Whoa.
Never mind.
So that is +3 plays +3. Did it win?
It was
45 versus 44.
Oh no, it was one higher. Okay, well,
yeah, and the crit too.
they're kind of waved away.
Dispersed.
Dispersed, yeah, very much so. Blinded condition still still applied for the moment, for this round at least.
Well,
And
it's also from the lightning bolt.
yeah, it's got
Also,
two blinded conditions at the moment. And it's going to follow up with another smack on Sicard. Yeah, so he's on -20 at the moment. The tree. Branch. There we go. I think you have one to beat.
Oh,
That
damage
was
it.
a safe parry. Okay.
And a riposte of 12.
And a riposte of 12, yeah. Standard. You give it a cheeky poke. You deal
And I
one.
give 1 damage to it.
You deal 1 damage. That is how the tree feels. Marathos is basically going to be mourning her sister at the moment and chanting some prayers. You don't really know what they do. Radrian is going to go over and console Maralthot. Reinhard, you're up.
I'm just going to do a cool test to see how he handles this. Oh, okay, fine. Yeah.
Chad.
The cucumber.
He quite calmly puts his pistol in his holster, picks up his crossbow, starts to walk backwards, just stepping backwards very slowly, reloading very casually.
You're going to do a buck, aren't you? You're going to walk away and then shoot from a distance and save someone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. Hoof. A hoof.
Oh, it's hoof. You're going to do a hoof. Yep. Standard.
Well, no, I'm just trying to get away from those flailing arms. Very cool. So quite calm and collected. Just.
Okay, cool. That's apparently an amazing reload and a crit. So, you have reloaded, and I'll give you a free aim action for next round.
Awesome.
Because damaging this thing is just not going to happen. Sicard, you're up.
Yeah.
I mean, it can happen. Don't get me wrong.
I can't damage it, apparently.
You dealt 1 damage. Quit your bitching.
1 damage.
Just do that 41 more times.
Yeah. Defensive stance.
Okay.
I don't know what else to do. My sword obviously isn't doing shit to it.
That's quite a wise thing to do. I will give you that. Godbert.
Yes.
Sicard is fighting a tree in front of you. Your woodpeckers have been dispersed. One of them perhaps injured, the rest just fluttering off, thinking, you're my friend and all, God, but this tree's kind of big and angry.
Yeah, I'm going to try and set some lightning to it, I think.
Okay.
Same as before, I guess.
Same as before.
Ooh, baby.
That's looking sexy. 2 overcasts as well. So,
I wonder if that...
just increase the damage a bit.
And you strike the same
No.
thing 3 times.
No, you can't. You have to pick a different target.
You could just kill the other 2 elves just to be safe.
God. We're gonna kill
I'm just saying they're all elves and one of them's kind of low right now.
Oh, and Radrian, do you mean?
Yeah.
I
I'm
guess-
uncomfortably close to them.
This is just it, then, I guess.
Okay. 35. Okay.
Another blinding condition.
Another blinding condition. Yeah, it's back up to 2 again now. It's doing pretty well for being continually blinded. Oh yeah, and you can add your advantage. We'll stick you on.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I forgot about your advantage. My bad.
Yeah, only if I target the thing, the same thing.
Yodicus, in front of you, Morothoth is knelt over Morotith, mourning the headless loss of her sister. Radrian, next to her, has his hands on her shoulders and is consoling her. That's right, neither of them care about you fighting this thing.
Sadly, knowing elves, this doesn't really shock me in the slightest. I think I'm going to just look at the giant tree, drop my shotgun, sling my rifle, and take a shot.
Okay. Machine gun Yodicus at work here.
Well, more like, yeah, let's see if I can channel my inner Lee Van Cleef here.
Okay, I'll give you a plus 30 if you don't want to hit Sicard.
Okay. Yeah, I don't
Or
want to hit Sigard, so I've got it.
I could give you a plus 60 and a 50-50 roll.
No.
Okay.
Oh, he's
I
had
mean, you
one.
tried it. You tried it all, but no.
No. I mean, I'll keep trying.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, that's a decent hit. That is 19. And it does go through armor pretty nicely. Okay. There is a crunch as the bullet nestles itself firmly inside the central trunk of this colossal thing. Doesn't look very happy. You made a loud noise. Doesn't like loud noises, but it's also been blinded by flashing things. But you're loud and right next to it. It's just going to
charging me.
It's going to charge you first, and because Sicard went on defensive, and this will trigger him. But it'll attack him next if it hits you. How about that? And also, you are
Hashtag standard.
I mean, when someone fires a black powder weapon straight at something, it's kind of like,
super loud.
here I am. I'm sorry, Sicard. Blame
Yeah,
Yodicus,
he's
really.
blind.
Blame Yodicus.
I don't have a suppressor.
Defensive stance. What do you need that for?
It's a hard roll, but he is double blinded.
The thing is,
That's
it
still
can't.
+2.
Oh,
It can't. It's not. It can disengage freely, right? Because
Oh,
of the
yeah,
size
yeah.
difference.
Yeah, it just ignores Sicard.
He's still in my range too. He didn't really disengage, I don't think.
I
Yeah.
neatly sidestepped the charge.
That is very close, and you won that by a little bit because he was blinded. So Godbert,
The Matador.
Godbert
I
has
do
just
the
saved
Matador.
Yodicus.
It kind of moved my coat out of the way. It's sort of just in time, the Matador style. Drop my gun.
By the short hairs.
Meanwhile, it's literally rampaging and flailing right next to the morning pair.
Yeah.
It
do they
is.
care?
I
tell you
can't.
what.
I can assume that they're just kind of like moving out of the way as it's like, blindly whacking at the air around them.
This will make you happy, Sicard. It is still going to attack you with its free tentacle attack. You have a +1 to beat and a +20 to your defense. So as it's charging forward, swiping at Yodicus with its left arm, its right arm is sending out some vines to wrap around Sicard and drag him along like a
I get an additional plus
yo-yo.
20.
+20, indeed. That's
Alright.
1 to beat. And 5 whole damage.
Oh,
Okay, well, it's safe to say that you're able to...
And
what was that
riposte.
with? Yeah, yeah.
Good gracious!
Are we on a new round? Yeah, I guess.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I think we're
Did I
So-
do any damage to it with it? With the
Uh,
riposte?
Yeah, you did.
There it is. 2. I did 2
You
this
did. You did
time.
two whole damage.
Impressed.
Way to go, impale weapon.
Martha,
Yay!
meanwhile, is still tearful because 5 seconds have passed and elves don't get over things that quick.
Hell no.
Reinhard, you're
shoot
up.
the tree.
Shoot the tree.
And I've learned that loud noises are bad, but crossbows are silent, so...
Well, silent-ish.
Okay. Shoot the
By
tree.
comparison,
Have a +40, Reinhard. And this is your free aim action for the Chad roll last time.
Plus 40. Oh. I already have a modifier of 40, so that must be... Okay, cool.
Just
We'll
roll
just go
with
with
it.
that.
We'll
Yeah.
just roll with it. Kind of tasty.
See what damage I do.
Another
I'm
one?
expecting it to not do much because it's a bolt into a tree.
Yeah, you've put wood into
And
wood.
And I've shot trees lots with practicing, and I know it doesn't do much.
Reinhard is very, very observant, but I would
Yeah.
completely agree. Do that another 25 times and you'll probably have him. Sicard, you're up.
Defensive stance.
Defensive stance. Okay. Godbert, you're up.
Yep. Well, goddamn tree. With your vines, two can play that game. Well,
You're going to try and entangle him.
yep.
yes.
My vines are bigger than yours.
Wow.
And it worked.
Okay, that's like a super
The
roll.
rolls we've got are
Overcast.
just
Super
amazing.
roll.
SL10.
10, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh
lordy.
boy.
So this is like an 8 or 9 foot tree being entangled by its own feet.
Yeah.
It
Now-
ties itself in knots. That would
I
be the best
just
part.
need to get the rules on how to remove blinded conditions. Because otherwise I have a feeling my dude's been incredibly gimped.
Yeah.
I'll look into that while you describe what's happening, Godbert.
I guess it's in the light, so light sprouts out from Godbert and it wraps around the vines and branches of the thing and tries to pull it down to the ground. And as the creature struggles against the rays of light, they glow stronger, sort of, also blinding him, I guess.
That'll do. Right. Okay, one's removed at the end of every turn. So you're basically keeping him on... Okay, back to the right window. I actually need to...
I think it doesn't Foundry do it automatically if you do end of turn.
I've been adding some manually and removing some, so I think he'll have maintained his 2 because he was on 2 from the birds as well, and he's been removing 1 and you've been adding 1 every turn, so we'll just keep him on 2. Which, to be honest, has saved Yodicus already, so I think Yodicus owes Bert a beer. Not that it's very clear what's happening right now. Yodicus, in front of you, this tree has light coming out of the ground, dragging it downwards somehow. This seems like some sort of holy manifestation of Sigmar or some sort of light deity helping you out. What are you up to?
Well, that's what I'm going to tell myself. I'm going to draw... So when it's entangled, do I still count as engaged?
He gets 5 entangled conditions.
Oh, jeez.
Yes.
Yeah.
So am I still counting as engaged with it if it's that entangled? I just don't quite understand how those things interact very well. But
so
I think I can just step back without... But I would probably have to lose my...
So it gets negatives to... Basically, you would step out and it would have a penalty to attack you, I would say.
I got you.
So it would have a big penalty to try and get its free attack. That's how I would roll with this. So
makes sense.
Very low risk of it hitting you, put it that way.
I think at this point I'll probably draw the pistol as it's getting dragged down and attempt to connect with that. I can use that without a penalty and a...
Sure, that makes sense.
All right, let's see what happens.
A Derringer hand fight.
This is a fairly... it's a more impressive pistol than that, but let's see. I speak before I roll, so... not terrible.
That is not terrible. And that is another... Because of a black powder weapon, another 3 damage. Now...
I'm unimpressed by this.
Once upon a time, I clarified this particular rule with Andrew Law, that when the Entangle spell is cast on a large target, how does the opposed test roll work? Because technically, larger sizes always win. And although, technically speaking, it can break all conditions automatically, because it was a crit and a ginormous roll of 11 out of 110 and plus 10, I'm going to make it do a roll anyway. So we're going to go with an opposed strength against your intelligence, Godbert.
Yep.
Is this the thing trying to, like, wriggle free?
Pretty much.
Break it.
Apparently not very good.
So it's just trying to walk forward like, you can't entangle me. Godbert's like, yes, I can.
Yeah, it's not doing so good there. So we'll say for that round, because it was a critical from you, Godbert, still entangled, but it's going to break free imminently. It's going to do a minus 50 attack on Yodicus. Because it's still engaged with you. So, just because I want it to try. There you go, minus 4 to beat. Oh dear.
Boy.
I mean, it's only vines, so it's not a deadly attack, but...
It has a 5 weapon skill.
No, it's minus 40. Well, it was basically... Yeah. It's basically potato. Okay. Or you could, rolling 8 would probably do it.
It may not stay a potato, mind you.
Okay, unsurprisingly, the elves are doing elf things, so Reinhard.
Having noticed that my previous bolt sort of stuck into it like a regular tree, I'm going to sit down, have a look in my backpack. I'm going to get out
oh no!
Some matches, tinderbox. I'm gonna try and set alight a bandage and put it on, like wrap it around a bit of stick or something, and make a torch.
Okay.
Like it.
Oh, no.
Oh dear. This will end badly.
Yeah. I hope Godbert knows how to make it rain.
Oh dear. Sure. Make me an.
I don't know.
Just in terms of doing this as quickly as possible, let's do an average outdoor survival.
Outdoor survival.
Average
Yes.
outdoor survival. So this is to manage to do all of these things in a few seconds to prepare this.
Yeah.
I'll say you won't get your attack, but you'll have a torch in your hand.
Yeah. Do I get my advantage on top or no?
Yeah, I'll give you your advantage.
Okay. Well, I think I'm going to re-roll that.
Okay, that is not a very good
that's
torch.
awful.
You picked up a turd.
Hey, that's
Yeah,
my
there
finger from
we
the
go.
first season.
How did it get all the way over here?
Yep. Okay.
I am fashioning a torch.
Okay. Yeah, you've got everything you need within your backpack and on your person. A torch is made, matches at the ready, just sparking it up. And it should work. Sigurd?
As long as I don't go out of its range, can I move around it
Sure.
without getting hit? So kind of.
Away from the fire.
No, I'm getting myself between it and the elves. I don't think it'll attack the elves, but still, just to be on the safe side. And then defensive stance.
Sure. Defensive stance, standard. Godbert.
I can only do 1 point of damage a turn. Come on now.
I know a Viridian warrior priest that used to do defensive stance all the time. He was more fun than you are. Get wrecked.
Oh shit!
Burn.
Right in the soul.
The Viridian's more fun.
Tired.
Ooh. Okay. Godbert.
That hurts.
Here, I'll try and hold it for you. Something like that. Am I doing right thing? Yeah, I'm doing right. It's still the same.
Okay. Are you doing an entangly?
Yep.
Okay. Still very tasty. No critical,
Yep.
but a
Nope.
ridiculous amount of entanglement is currently surrounding this thing. Godbert, you have an insane bonus to attack it because it's wrapped in light currently. Or you could do whatever sort of weird creative stuff you want to do. I'm just moving the elves so I can see them. Personal space is a thing.
What, me? Or you mean Eudokus?
Godbert first, sorry, then Eudokus.
I
My
did
bad.
the entangle.
You did your entangle.
entangled
Now
again.
it's
He entangled
Eudokus.
again.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I got confused.
I'm just
Eudokus.
I got one gun left, and I'm gonna I reholster one pistol, draw the other pistol, and shoot it in the face.
I mean, that works too.
Well, the problem is it's a tree. I know that my cutlass is probably going to be, well, not useless, but essentially useless. And this is distracting as I'll get out to it.
Oh, one of these days. One of these days.
I know, so close.
It's one of those things, right, with the old misfires, if you have a bonus to hit, you never misfire. That's always worth.
Only because my skill is very high.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
A 95 or higher is always...
Well, I know. I say always in a bit of a extravagant manner, but the chance of
almost like I
misfiring
plan-
is...
It's almost
Next
like
to
I
none.
plan how not to blow myself.
Yeah. Well, that would have been a massive penalty. So basically, bang, crash, crack, a lot of wood splinters all over the show, and the tree thing no longer subject to a crit. So I'm gonna make it take another 5 wounds because of all of those entangle conditions. So basically,
I have time to line up a shot.
a free hit. Yeah, exactly. Like an easy free hit for you. And that is right before it then... And it's still really angry with you, so it's going to swing at you again. This time, without the critical, it is just going to just rip itself up from the ground. 2 hands overhead, and still blinded, though, which is nice. It is going to make a roll at you. But you've got plus 30 to defend yourself. You'll be fine.
You know, I've had worse days.
Well, it's only a bit of a crit.
Oof.
It's a bit of a crit either way. Oh, that's a nice defense. So you are going to take you burning armor for that.
Just
Burn it.
Yeah, I'm burning armor for that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Okay, that would have been
Bad.
Bleeding conditions. Oh.
yeah. That
that
would
would
have been
have killed me. I mean, not quite killed me, but essentially.
okay.
Yeah,
He's
probably
lashed
will, yeah.
across you, is he?
So that so you still take the wounds, but you don't take the effect. So there we go. The tree is thoroughly pissed off, and on that note, after all of that ruckus, Radrin stands up, bellowing over your shoulder, Sighard. Radrian says something in a tongue that you do not understand. Not a single word of. Unless you have language, let's just call it language Elven.
No.
And the tree stops moving. Pauses instantly on the spot and kneels toward Radrian.
Sigmar's balls, you couldn't even yell that sooner.
You mean to say we've been fighting something that we didn't need to fight?
I lower my smoking pistol. Well, I'd say that it would surprise me that elves would lose track of time, but it doesn't. I look at the tree very skeptically.
The tree is just looking straight towards Radrian with nothing but stillness to it. Not a flinch. We were mourning the proper time, and words had to be said.
Thank you
I
for
suppose.
aiding us, Radrian.
I suppose I can understand. Lower my gun. A little bit.
Marathoth at this point is quiet. He has his sort of had his hands on her shoulders in a sort of Joe Biden sort of manner, but far less creepy, and sort of leaves her to continue mourning. We will need some time. I will see if I can arrange for your companion to be released.
Oh, thanks. I'll slowly walk over and pick up the various discarded firearms.
Hold on there, Sonny. Let me take care of that chest thump you got there. So a little bit of the
Reload my guns.
Good reload.
heal 5 wounds.
5 wounds. You've got to keep track of your wounds as well, because you do not get rests at the moment. And you can wipe your advantages too. Give me a couple of hours. I will talk with my tribe.
Certainly.
Couple of hours, huh? That's Elvish for a minute, I guess.
Well, a few formalities have to be made. I'm not sure as they will welcome me, but there should be less resistance now, at least. I will continue to fight my battles. We'll find the stone circle between the two trees over there. Head towards the brightest star. I will meet you there.
Yeah. Okay, doke. Now, what the hell were you thinking? Thinking that stone to these sons of bitches? Whose bright idea was that?
I shrug, flex a little bit, and point straight at Sigurd.
Side note, Trees walked off with a stone.
Okay.
Carrying it.
Yes,
I look at Reinhard.
We talked to Radrian, and we had another stone. Sigurd thought that it might be good to see if he can commune with the gods again by trading in the stone. So we came up here. Radrian said that actually he may be able to take back his tribe.
Sneaky
We
elf.
didn't. Yeah, we didn't know if he was actually here with us or not.
Well, as soon as you left, he came to warn me and said that you left and took the stone.
Yeah.
So, well, I went after you, and you were my cart, and we took the forest road, and that dude is quick. I mean, we got here, and all of a sudden, he just left me in the brambles and got scratches all over. I heard a commotion, so I just went over here and the rest of you know. So.
Sounds like him. And also we think Yeoman is here.
Yeoman?
Yeoman, yeah. The elves said that they had, well, Morris Thith said that she had a plaything and she was getting bored. So considering he's not been around, and he still doesn't know that Yarla is dead because we haven't talked to him yet.
God's help us then.
Yeah, so he may not be in a fit state. We don't know what sort of mutilation or torture that Morithith had done to him. We're waiting for him to come to us. So that's why we're here. And as you can see, it didn't get light. It's been dark all this time.
Yeah. Well,
So we had to make a move, otherwise we were just gonna get savaged by wolves. The wolves were all around, as I don't know if you heard whilst you were in your cabin.
oh yeah, I saw the wolves, but they didn't see us.
Yeah, it's scary getting here. I guess we.
No, not really. Used to it.
Oh, I did. Yeah, Yodicus and I were holding our guns close, shall I say, when the wolves were all around us. For some reason, they didn't attack. We can't explain why. But they're big. They're way bigger than regular wolves. These were more bear size than wolf size. More horse size.
Yeah, dire wolves, I guess. Radion did some funny whistle that might have something to do with it.
Ah, okay. Maybe the elves still have some control over the beasts of the woods.
They have, yeah. They have some sense. They keep them away from themselves. And I guess he knows how to do it. So
But they looked they looked undead. You know, there was patches of fur hanging off them. You know, one had half of its face ripped off, like it had been in a fight, and something else had bitten it. So I don't think they were regular beasts that the elves would control.
No, the elves have some. Despite the forest being full of evil and dangerous things, it does have ways to defend itself. I mean, you saw the tree thing, and I don't know, maybe something spooked them.
Hey.
Something, I don't know.
Flash of light, and I didn't get blinded.
Yeah, well, wasn't really aiming at you, was I?
Well, I was hoping you'd never aim at me.
I sense a story.
Yeah, well, it's a story, all right.
Yeah, you can close your eyes, you can even bury your face in the floor, you'll still get blinded.
I look very depressed down at my coat, adjust it, look back up. How much time do we have left, old man?
Not a lot. You have to make haste.
Move.
You're at the stone circle. It's only a 15-minute walk, so sure enough, you arrived there. There are a couple of lights, candles have been lit, but otherwise the place is quiet.
I look over at Reinhardt. So, you said you saw something here.
I did. I was with Rex, Sighard, last time we were at this stone circle. Sighard was praying heavily, eyes closed. Nothing would deter him. He was steadfast, praying very loudly. And what I can only describe as a big bird came up in front of us. Don't know what it was, but it was horrible to look at. Screeching in my ears, and over the top of Sighard, big paladin, I assume it was Sigmar, saved us from this vision, this thing.
What is this, Bert? I look at the stones.
This is a relic of long ago. The weird little thing I do and religion were basically still the same thing. That's what I know. That's what my master taught me, and he learned it from the elves themselves. So this is sort of a focal point.
The things I've seen, I'm inclined to believe just about anything at this point.
Well, I'll tell you another story.
Hmm.
I've been remembering a lot lately.
Good.
I told Reinhardt before, but I remembered wrong. I think I know the truth now. I think I already told Sighard a bit. I think you should know too.
Hmm.
I mean, you know that Sighard differs from his dad, the rest of his family.
Yes.
It's pretty obvious to us, you know.
Whatever do you mean? I
Yeah.
stare at him.
Well, you know, Barry, Granddaddy Barry, and I, we were in a mission once, See, we heard there was this noble family that were, it was in the Vampire Wars. They were the target of the undead for some reason. We don't know why, but we went to secure them. We came too late. The entire town had been run over, and we thought everybody was dead already. We heard wailing. In the house we found, it turned out two little boys. It's about, I don't know, how old are you? It's about 20 years ago.
25.
This is about 20 years ago.
Hmm.
We found two boys, and one of them, you know, he was a little peculiar. We took him in, and what I remembered before is that a giant bat of sorts attacked us, and I thought I vanquished it. But it turned out that your granddaddy Barry carried boys away. One of them boys, he actually emitted a bright light, as such as you've seen before, but not not unlike you've seen before for me. That little boy actually vanquished the giant beast. Now, what I heard from Reinhardt, you can put two and two together. You might figure out that one of them little boys was Cigar.
I think it makes sense.
We decided to, give him. That we figured out that the undead were after him for some reason. Well, this turned out to be it. And decided to bring him under in Osiris's family. He just had some family started, some young kids, and so he would fit in. Well, to a degree.
Well, it explains an awful lot of things about Mr. Strong and Silent. I look at him and look back. Explains a lot of things about the strangeness that seemed to follow him everywhere he goes. And if I hadn't seen most of it with my own eyes, I wouldn't believe it for myself. So the question becomes...
Wait a minute, because the story gets even stranger.
I pause and raise an eyebrow.
When we first rode into Tom, you and I, the place looked kind of familiar, but I couldn't put my finger on it. And, well, it turns out that I've been here before, wasn't in the region. And, at first we didn't know who the two boys were. One of them turned out to be the son of the local noble, and the other also the son of the woman, at least, but they had a different father. It was actually Lord Tom that fathered that child. So, by some strange occurrence, dear Lord Sigurd over there is actually the rightful heir to the very town he's in charge of.
So that whole mess with the book and the list of names, it had an actual purpose behind it.
Yes.
Well, at least Osiris was capable of keeping his mouth shut.
I don't think he knew. I mean,
you'd
very
be surprised what that old drunk knows. He knows a great many things.
Very nice disgusting. We just kept it quiet, but I very used to get drunk as shit.
Well, that was my concern. I don't think that you would have any trouble keeping a story like that to yourself. But, I don't know. Osiris is very good at pretending he's drunker or more unhinged than he actually is. It's really good at getting people to underestimate you.
Yeah. Well, in any case, that's about it.
Gentlemen. Sigurd has quietly begun praying to your side. And I think now is a good time to take 5 minutes. So, why don't we all go grab a beer? See you in 5. Howdy doody, folks. We're back. We are once again at the stones. As you should all be more than aware right now, you should beware the stones. So they say. Looks like the weather sound effect's gone a little bit crazy. Yep. I think we're just gonna, we're just gonna go ahead and give up on that. Go straight to tension, and maybe we'll try a bit of mood forest to go with. Oh yeah. Nope. It's one soundtrack at a time. Fine, never mind. Sigurd, Gobber, Jodicus, Reinhard. You probably have an hour left until Reinhard returns back.
Right, dude.
Fuck, mate. The music's all gone to shit. Give me a sec to restart this, because otherwise it's going to kill me for the last hour. Gotta restart now. See you in a minute, guys. Won't be long.
I think I got...
Alright, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. We're back again. And once again, we're at the stone circle. Beware the stones. Jodicus, Godbert, Sigurd, Reinhard. You have an hour.
Yep. Alright.
As you please.
Reinhard knows this scene all too well. He got scarred last time. He did not like what he saw. So instantly he goes to the stone, he kneels, he closes his eyes, and he starts praying to Tal.
Okay.
I think I will do the
Getting
same.
paused.
Go ahead.
The game is paused.
If to
Sure.
restart,
Oh shit, sorry.
mine's not.
There we go. I'm going to do the same thing. I think I'm going to go to the Ring of the Stones and start praying, because I understand the incredibly unstable situation that we are now dealing with. And this is going to require some divine intervention. I can't figure a way out of it. And I pray to the god of my youth, Sigmar, who has apparently been looking out for me, at least to some degree. So.
Okay. And we'll go to Godbert next.
Fools praying to the city gods. He grasps the pendant of the black cat that Ron gave to him. Oh, Remote, got some tough times ahead of me here. Anything to give? Trade? Let's do it now. He just walks among the stones, pondering. It's sort of his version of praying to Renault.
Okay. And Sigurd.
Can you hear?
Sort of. Try a sentence of what you're doing and I'll extrapolate what I can.
Kill the immersion. We're at the stones.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll be praying to Sigurd. Or Sigurd, god damn it. Sigmar.
We finally got him to do it, didn't we?
You got me.
We finally got him to do
Got me.
Praying. So you're just talking to yourself. Okay.
it. I'm praying to me.
Yeah.
So, as each of you sort of split off slightly to your own thoughts for a moment, the mist in the centre of the stone feels thicker, the air heavier, dense even. And after some 20 seconds with your own thoughts, it comes to the point where you turn to look at your colleagues and no, you cannot see them. You can't make out much. Just smoke all around you. Save for up above. It would feel as if you're in a cooking pot with a crowd of perhaps 15 stood over top. Their figures blurred, each emanating a slightly different shade of colour, some less than others. And all you can see is your own, or all you can imagine is how small you are compared to them. Yodicus. And Sigurd. About to be copy-pasted. The rain gradually fades for the two of you, and you are met with a more calming sound of wind, birds. You'd think you're in the hillside. It would let me copy your tokens. That would just be great. Okay. The two of you...
It'd also be great if I wasn't on wireless.
Well, that doesn't matter. You don't need to do anything other than just speak. This calm landscape is interrupted by a loud barking order from immediately behind you, where some sort of military officer yells at the two of you. Begins rattling off a speech. Sirs, I'm not expecting you to last very long, but I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need you to hold your ground. There's a village over there and they're gonna need you. They're gonna need every single one of yous. To your left and to your right, 15 either side, who seem to be part of a small platoon of swordsmen. You look down at your bodies, you're in uniform. You look at your hands. They're not yours. Though similar, they have hair in places you at least less accustomed to it. Signs of weathering. Yodicus, you see Sicard to your side.
Do you know this place?
I'm assuming I don't.
Nope.
Is there anything I need to roll for this? Okay. No.
Standard, no.
This doesn't ring a bell to me. Do I recognize the uniforms?
Law Heraldry.
Let's see if I can do this. Law Heraldry. Standard or challenging? Average? Challenge?
Average.
Challenging?
Average.
Average. No idea.
No. I mean, you certainly have the attire of Reichland about you, though your uniform seems perhaps dated. You would consider it old-fashioned, incredibly so.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I don't recognize this at all.
Well, it looks old. Perhaps history.
Gentlemen, I'm going to need your attention. Look lively.
Greatly.
Swords up front. Points forwards towards a tree line. Soldiers to your left, to your right, all ready themselves, and you can hear a low rumble.
Look at him, raise my shield, and walk into the line.
Yes. Same thing. Like, I thought I was praying here. What the hell happened?
And see the past. Or the future.
From the tree line, a single large figure emerges, stands on top of a rock. You know what a greenskin looks like.
Oh, yes.
And a couple of seconds later, his single bellowing roar is met with what you could only think could be 1,000 others. As from the trees, a horde of greenskins, more than you could ever hope to withstand, come charging towards you. With the appropriate war cry that I will not scream out at the top of my lungs of war. For it is late and people are in bed. Gentlemen, I'm going to ask you each to make me a challenging cool test.
Up my neck.
Okay. Sigurd. As the horde is coming close, you feel yourself ready to turn tail and run. Are you holding a roll?
Yes!
There we go.
That's a better roll. Okay. Okay. We are going to make 2 rolls now. The first swing will be at... Oh, should we toss a coin for this? Comet is going to be Sicard. Standard.
Hey. Yeah.
The largest of these creatures charges straight toward you. Yodicus just stepped to your side, and he swings at you. He swings a very large what you would imagine a two-handed blade at you. You have a -2 to beat.
Do you still have the same gear?
Yes, for the purposes of this, yes. It's a sword instead of a rapier, but you're equally proficient at it.
Okay. Is there any defensive stances on this since we were ready, or no? Okay.
Just standard roll. That is a particularly good...
Through your arm.
That is a glorious defense. As you manage to slice the hand holding the chopper, releasing it to the floor, its other hand readying another weapon to strike at you. Yodicus. At you, a slightly different looking individual, but for the sake of tokens, similar, is going to make a swing.
Alright.
And lucky old you two. Wow. Okay.
It'll turn on us quick.
Yeah, I know. I'll wait for it.
I bet I barely scratched. I'm sure I barely scratched him.
Okay. The orcs, as they are raising their
Damn, 13 damage, okay.
blades above their head, ready to strike down on you again, pause. All orcs behind them equally so, completely static. The troops around you as well. This lasts all of a few seconds until you can gather that the world has stopped around you. At which point you find yourself feeling lightheaded. The room starts to spin. And after a few seconds...
I'm not feeling so good here.
You find yourself surrounded by mist again. We're going to turn over to... Oh, piss has it got? Called the scene. Vision. We'll save God, but Reinhard. As you were praying to Tal, knelt down on the floor with your eyes closed.
Mm-hmm.
You feel the wind pick up, circling around you faster and faster. You can hear it whistling through your hair. Before, within the space of a second, it stops. You hear the calmness. A particularly calm day. Trees swaying, leaves rustling. And a stillness in the woods around you. A few birds tweeting, but although you were kneeling, you are now kneeling somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
You look at your attire, you're wearing a cloak. A hunter's attire, perhaps a trapper. You have a horn draped around your chest and a longbow. Sake of argument, we'll call it a crossbow.
Yeah.
But it's a longbow. And where you were kneeling in front of you is a track. Looks like an animal track. Question is, what do you think it is? And do
I
you
investigate the tracks?
Yeah, you don't have law beasts, but I would let you I would let you a law local perhaps at an average.
Or local average. What do I know of the beasts around here with the training? I think back to my time with the Tarlites out in the woods.
You've seen many beasts and heard tale of many as well. This one's prints are very unusual to you. Very unusual indeed.
I follow said tracks.
Can you roll me? And never mind. Do you find your footsteps are lighter than they would be normally? You feel yourself easily moving throughout the trees in a manner that feels nothing but a relaxed stroll. You instinctively avoid all twigs. You surprised yourself at how quiet you are. Can you roll me an average perception, please?
Oh,
That is a very good roll.
I have my elf eyes on all of a sudden.
What do
You
your
do.
eyes see?
You do. You can hear flapping of wings, two thick, heavy wings, you would imagine, followed by squawk. You would think it sounds perhaps akin to the eagle you'd heard before. And then you hear heavy prints, perhaps hoof prints. And you're able to get close enough to see a griffin
Oh,
that is currently feasting on a particularly large boar. More or
And
less
they-
tearing a limb off with its beak in a single rip.
amazed by this vision, and with my light-footedness, I get as close as I can, just peering, gazing upon this wondrous animal.
Okay. Ordinarily, you would be perhaps terrified of such a creature, although, for whatever reason, instead today you feel a degree of awe, and yet you have a bow in your hand.
That I do.
And arrows on your back. A quiver with perhaps 8, 12 arrows.
Mhm.
And a sling. A bowler, in fact. Not a sling.
Oh?
What would you like to do?
I'd like to gaze upon it. Just watching as it absolutely just devours this boar.
Good news. It shreds through the boar magnificently. One hand clawing and pinning the beast down, and the other just tearing off limb after limb. And with a couple of gulps and claps of its beak, swallowing the pieces down whole. And that is half the beast gone before it looks up to the sky, rolls its head left, right, and then pins its head directly at you and begins with its wings tucked in slightly, a predatory lurch toward you. Let's say a lion approaching its prey. I'm going to ask you, what are you going to do?
Instinctively, I grab the bowler and I try to get it around its wings. I do not want this thing. I know it will run fast.
Okay.
But it will fly faster.
Okay. I'm just going to ask you to roll a D100 for me, please. The target is 60. $65 even. That is higher than 65.
Mm-hmm. Can I re-roll with a fortune?
You can indeed.
That is not what I meant to do. I do not want to move closer.
Just step in its mouth. That'll do it. Okay.
I had the bowler grasped in one hand as I was watching it.
Okay.
Fling it round its... I try and get both wings to pin them together because they were held together behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Really try and pin this thing.
Okay. So, watching this creature, you see it almost breathe in slow motion. You can feel your breath going in and almost feeling like it would take an hour to fully exhale. You see the two wings just reach back behind it slightly, making them exposed. Take your opportunity, throw the bowler, which neatly wraps itself around the wings, pinning them backwards together. Now, the creature still has 2 arms and 2 legs, but you've seized the initiative. I'm going to give you 1 advantage, sir, and I'm very happy. It is going to try and give you a cheeky little peck. What would you like to do to oppose this?
So because I was positioned maybe behind a tree or something similar, I'm going to try and dodge around the other side of the tree and fire an arrow into its shoulder.
Okay.
I'm going to try and dodge.
Make a dodge for me, please. Wait for the attack, though, and see how he does. Still a charge. You have a +2 to beat.
Dang.
Please beat it. That's not a beat it.
I'll use another fortune.
Use a reroll, maybe. Slightly better corruption reroll. I mean, now's a good time for a corruption reroll.
I think I feel like I'm gonna take a dark deal. I'm gonna do it.
I think now's a good day.
Resolve and what is it?
You can use a resilience to naturally pass with a roll of whatever you like, if you wish.
Right. Okay. I've tried 3 times.
Yeah.
What happens?
So are you taking it? Taking the hit? Or are you spending the resource? I'll give you the choice.
I will take the hit.
You'll take the hit?
Mm-hmm.
That 46 damage.
Yeah. So... despite being pinned by the bowlers, temporarily by the wings, and, well, being flightless, it still leaps forward with speed and grace of a cat and bird combined. Despite the fact you wrap yourself around a tree, it pivots on the spot, catches you within its beak. You are raised up into the air. Torso within its beak, and a loud you hear, but you feel nothing, and find yourself surrounded by mist as you open your eyes again.
Promptly shut them again and continue to pray. Try to avoid what just happened, and continue to pray to Tal.
Okay. And lastly, meanwhile, we go to an old man praying to Renaud.
Playing dice. playing dice in the fields.
Play
Play
dice
dice
in
with
the
the
fields. Where's this goddamn... Too many damn maps. Toggle, navigate. There we go. Right. There we go.
Roll them.
I'm
Roll
back
them
again.
bone.
Goblet.
Yes.
The mist thickens. It swells around you. Your vision completely obscured to smoke. The rain gradually stops. Eventually, is broken by the sound of laughter.
What? Who's there? Ron, is that you? Son of a bitch.
That is then again broken by the sound of a clink.
Where's balls?
You're sat alone in a tavern. Looks nice. Looks friendly. A small black cat is sat on the table beside you with some food. Out in front, a sausage pie. The cat seems particularly curious as it licks its lips.
Hello, little fella. Some of that pie. Here. Here you go. Here, break it up for you. Let's see what's in there. Beep.
Can you make me animal care? Not animal care. Charm animal? Average?
Yeah, sure. And I've got a thing. Yeah, I've got a bonus for that. But I also got a penalty because of the unending thing. Yeah.
Okay. The cat hisses for a moment.
Ow.
Yeah, it nips you. That's definitely a claw. Okay. It looks at the other sausage and is like, that's the sausage I want. Human.
Damn. Damn picky princess cats. Here you go. Nice little sausage for you. How's that?
Cat meow and goes under the table. As you raise your eyes up from seeing where it's gone, there is someone sat opposite you. Seems a familiar face whose token I cannot find. Hey, you're right, me old geezer. How's it going?
Oh, not too shabby. We've been going to shit, as usual.
Hey, all come out in a wash, won't it? It's wash day coming up.
Yeah, you bet.
Hey.
They got Gilda.
Oh, well, maybe Gilda's got him.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
At least she knows where they are.
Yeah.
All I can say for you. Or do you?
Well, we found this tower of sorts. Not 100% sure, but seems to be there.
I tell you what.
Well, what? Spill it.
I may or may not be able to help. It just so happens I've been talking to a little birdie. But I'm gonna need something in return.
Well, just name it.
I'm gonna need you to win.
Ah,
Pulls out a deck of cards.
dang it.
Oh, be careful. It's a dangerous game.
It's always dangerous playing with you.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is. Right. Dealer's choice. I won't tell you the rules, but you'll figure it out.
But usual then.
He lays out a series of cards in front of you. They do not have numbers on. They simply have pictures. Perhaps akin to tarot cards, but not any that you're familiar with. They seem to just be pictures of various different people. Perhaps a medieval version of top trumps in the making. I'm going to ask you for a gamble roll, please. Or you could maybe try intuition. I mean, if you have any other ideas, by all means.
I have fly hands as a spell, but I'm not sure what I would do with it. Let's see. Gamble is okay, and it's the same, so it doesn't really matter. I'll gamble. Got that damn modifier. That really hurts now.
Technically, you won. Picks up one of the cards he has, and sort of you place and shuffle yours around a little bit in your hand. Place one on the table. He doesn't say anything in response, but he clutches his shoulder. Sort of like wriggling it, and you realise he's bleeding. Alright. You win that one. Best of three.
Right, well, yeah, go on.
Go on, I'll make it worth it. Throw in something nice and shiny for you. Just be careful. You better be quick. Or I'll run out of blood.